Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome back to my channel, My Loverlies. If you've never been here before, thank you so much for clicking on my video. I am so happy you found me. I do so hope that you will like and subscribe before you leave. Become part of the Mama family. Mama's got your back, at least where makeup's concerned, and definitely when that makeup is cheap. Today is all about 5-star perfect products that you probably have never heard of. We're going to dive into it. Got lots of good stuff to talk about. Before we get started, a very special, very warm welcome to any of those that are new to my channel. I am so incredibly happy that you are here. If you enjoy the content, I do so hope that you will mash that thumbs up button. I hope that you will subscribe if you have not already. And I hope that you will ring my bell, turn on your notifications, so that way, next time I upload a video, you can come right back here and we can hang out together again. Also, my makeup is done already. I've had it on for a good long while. At this point, we're coming towards the end of my day. It is 3 o'clock in the morning. It's the only time that I have had to sit down and actually film today. Poor Shawnee Bear is sick as a dog. Pretty sure he's got strep throat, so I'm just like in panic mode, trying to make sure that Mr. Hubby doesn't get it, trying to stay healthy myself as well. So I've been in a Lysol bleach disinfecting mode all day, on top of the fact that I could not find Sean a doctor's appointment anywhere for the next 2 days. So poor thing has to sit here and suffer until I can get him into the doctor on Thursday. Anyway, I did make sure to film a TikTok on today's eye look if you are interested. I used the BH Cosmetics Avocado Toast palette. Super, super adorable. Really, really like it. Very simple, very easy to wear, but I just think it's a little bit of color, kind of perfect for this time of year. I just feel pretty. We love that. The tags for all of my socials, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff, will be in the description box below, along with a list of everything that I'm going to talk about in today's video. And of course, if you have any questions about what I used or how I used it, all you have to do is leave me a comment and I will get back to you. Guys, if you are not following me on all my other socials, you definitely should go do that. I post fun content literally every single day. And if you're following me everywhere, you don't have to worry about missing a single moment of it. With all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump in. We have pretty much a hodgepodge of just kind of this and that in today's video. There's really no rhyme or reason except for they're products that I wouldn't change anything about. They're genuinely perfect products, and I never hear anybody talking about them. First up, we're going to go with my Langmanni glitter gels. Guys, these are genuinely perfect. They are so incredibly beautiful. They come in 5 or 6 different shades. I have them all because I ordered one and it was like it quickly became an addiction for me because they're so good. These go on sale during Prime Day for $3 a piece, which is when I picked them up at $3 a piece. These are an absolute steal. You get a butt ton of product in here and they're so beautiful. So I have 5 different shades in total. Let's do a swatch. Can you guys see how pretty they are? So there are all 5 of the shades I own swatched. They are absolutely insanely beautiful. They are feeny little glitters. So they go on. They're perfectly wearable for the eyes, the face, the body. Wherever you decide to apply these bad boys, they're going to go on and they're going to stay there until you decide to take them off. They dry down and they're pretty much budge proof. Now they're not waterproof, so if you like wash your face, sweat a ton, things like that, they will kind of move around a little bit, but I haven't had any kind of fallout with these. Like, it's just a really good high quality glitter gel. Absolutely fantastic. On top of that, you get, I want to say half an ounce of product in here. Let's see how much you actually get. You get 40 mils of product in here, which is it's a lot. That is a lot of product. These are going to last you for absolutely forever. They come in really great packaging. It's airtight. I've had these for months at this point and they're still juicy as ever. They're not drying out on me at all. They are they're holographic glitter as well, so they go on and they really play with the light in such a gorgeous way. Each shade is completely unique and different, so you could go out and you could buy each different shade and oh, they're just good. They're just good. There's purples and pinks and oranges and yellows, and they just go on and they do exactly what you want a good glitter gel to do without any of the bad stuff. They dry down completely. They don't crease on me. There's no fallout. These are just fantastic. Again, they've got chunkier glitters as well. I don't know if you guys can see, but this one right here, it has chunkier particles in it. So there's big stars and hearts in there. But then you have these that kind of look like unicorn glow. They're super feeny, teeny tiny little glitters. Can you guys see how pretty that is? I can't get over how wonderful they are. I love them very, very much. This is probably one of my very favorite discoveries of the year. They're just, mwah, chef's kiss. They're so, so pretty. My very favorite glitter gel of all time. There is honestly not a single thing I would change about this product. Not from the price point. Even at full price, these go for $7.90, so $8 a jar. I think even at $8 a jar, that is incredibly affordable. You're getting a fantastic value here, a really high quality product, and they're just absolutely stunning. I can't get over it. They've got a bunch of different colors and variations for you to try. They've got like big chunky glitters, super feeny little glitters. There's a bunch of different stuff, and they're all really, really fantastic. While we are on the subject of sparkle, shimmer, and shine, let's talk about these bad boys right here. So these are the Moira Cosmetics Star Show eyeshadow pots. These are fantabulous. These go for $7.50 a piece. That's at full price. And remember, Christmas is coming. Black Friday deals are right around the corner. So you guys are going to be able to snag all of these up probably on sale, which is kind of fantastic. I know Moira is pretty good about putting stuff on sale. She usually knocks at least 30% off, so you'll probably be able to pick these up for around $5. Kind of spectacular. I have 3 different shades. I have the shade Shook, which is probably my favorite out of the bunch. It is incredible. Now, I did a look, I want to say a couple of days ago, where I used this shade and the next shade, which is the shade Holy Moly. I used both of these and they were just stunning. Look how beautiful and pigmented and gorgeous that is. They go on and they're just as pigmented on the eye as they are. Like, that's just a swatch I just did. Like, how can you look at that and not think anything other than, ooh, get on my face right freaking now. They're so, so beautiful. The shade Holy Moly is just as gorgeous. It is a slightly deeper, kind of more cobalt blue shade. Still just as spectacularly beautiful though. The look that I did the other day using these shades turned out so incredibly beautiful. I will pop up a picture. It turned out so pretty. These apply absolutely effortlessly. I will suggest using a glitter glue. There's the shade Holy Moly. So just really gorgeous, deep kind of sapphire blue. And then last but not least, I have a pink shade. I think the pink shade is called Bang, and this one is just a really, really gorgeous, bright, hot pink. This one has a little bit of a duochrome effect to it, though. This one has kind of shifts between a really beautiful pink, and then also it's got gold reflex in there as well. They pick up really easily with both a brush and a finger. I prefer to use a brush just because I always have talons on, and it's hard to get my finger in the pot. But I do suggest using a glitter glue with these. Yeah, and there's the shade Bang. Look how freaking pretty. They have a ton of different color options when it comes to these. I just picked up 3, but I definitely think that when they go on sale next time, I'm going to have to pick up a couple more because I really just enjoyed the eye looks that I do with these so, so very much. They're all so pretty. You get a good amount of product in here. I know the actual tub doesn't seem very big, but a little bit goes the very, very longest way. Like I said, they're incredibly pigmented. They're easy to work with. I definitely recommend a glitter glue just because if not, you will experience just a little bit of fallout. I also found that when I used a glitter glue with these, the pigment was just like super like opaque, just really, really dense and gorgeous and delicious on the eyes. Really, really beautiful. But again, I don't have any kind of primer on my hand right now, and they swatched beautifully. So they have their own moisture, and they stick to the skin, they stick to the eyelids really, really well. I find that with a glitter glue, though, you really get the maximum amount of pigmentation, and then also you really get a long wear out of them as well. Like, they're not going to fade, they're not going to go anywhere throughout the day as long as you use a glitter glue. They're so pretty. Between the glitter gel and the shadow pots, I'm not sure. Like, I'm in sparkle heaven right now. And just to keep the party rolling, because why freaking not? We have this bad boy right here. So this is the KVD Alchemist palette. Now, very, very sadly, this palette is no longer available. I have no idea why they stopped producing or manufacturing this palette, because it is genuinely one of the most beautiful iridescent eyeshadow formulas I have used in my life. It is spectacular. It is singular, and it's just, it's wonderful. It's fantastic. Like I said, it is a perfect product. I would not change a single thing about this, other than like the triangle packaging, because that's a little bit annoying. But other than that, chef's kiss, absolute perfection. So I actually have this green shade, the emerald shade, on my inner corner today. When I tell you, these are the most beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, glowing, iridescent, like they glow. It looks like green fire. Like, they're so pigmented and so effortless. You can put these on your eyes, your lips, your face. They are a multi-purpose pigment. I'm going to put a little bit on as a highlight so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But they're so finely milled and so smooth and so pigmented. They go on. Can you guys see how beautiful it is? So there is a green, a pink, a purple, and a blue. I dropped mine, I want to say probably a couple of months ago, and my blue one, a big chunk of her fell out, and I'm really, really sad about it, because again, I can't replace this palette. But when I tell you, these are just probably the most beautiful iridescent shades I have in my entire collection. They are stunning. Now, sadly, my camera is not going to do them justice. You have to see them in real life to really understand the magnificence that is this formula, like this powder formula. But they're so pretty. They're so, so pretty. This palette went for $32 when it was first released. Like I said, unfortunately, it has been discontinued at this point, but there are about 1,000,001 different dupes for it on Amazon. I have a couple of them. The first of which is this one right here. This is the Infinity 4-color highlighting palette. These are really, really beautiful. Again, they're nowhere near as good as these ones are. These ones are very much just a smooth, pearlized, iridescent pigment, whereas these ones have that pearlescent pigment, but they're also quite glittery. I think what I'm going to do is go on Amazon and try to hunt for some dupes, and we'll do like a comparison video. Like, I'll do a whole video dedicated on it, because it is so sad that the world no longer gets to experience this. However, I did find a couple of videos where people said that they came across these at like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Burke's, places like that. So if you ever come across this palette, baby, pick it up. If you're into super glowy, kind of like just insane iridescent eyeshadows, they're gorgeous toppers, they're gorgeous highlights, they're gorgeous inner corner, brow bone. Like, they just look so beautiful on the skin. If you're into this kind of makeup, I highly, highly recommend that you pick them up. But like I said, the Infinity one is really, really pretty. It's not my favorite. I do prefer this packaging over the KVD one. I just think the KVD one, it's why it fell. It's just very awkward to store. So I like this packaging better. The shadows inside, just, they're not quite as good. They're still very, very pretty. Like, yeah, they're still very pretty. They still have that kind of shifty, dual chromatic kind of quality to them, but they are much more glittery than because the KVD ones don't have any glitter in them at all. These ones have quite a bit of glitter, and they're not as shifty as the KVD ones are. So I am bound and determined to find a dupe for this product. I don't care if it takes me 20 years. I've got to find a dupe, because I owe it to y'all. The fact that you can no longer purchase the Alchemist palette really does just break my heart. It is a perfect, perfect, perfect palette. So, so pretty. Now, eyeliner. Eyeliner is one of those things that is usually really, really bad or really, really good. And these ones are just freaking fantastic. I love these so, so very much. These are the NYX Vivid Brights Liquid Eyeliners. These are my very favorite colored eyeliners available at the drugstore. Available anywhere, really. Liquid liners are so difficult to make, especially when you're trying to get into more pastel shades, just because it's got that white base, and oftentimes it looks really streaky. It's not super pigmented. They're just not great. But NYX found a way to make it absolutely perfect. Best part of it all is these are only $9 a piece. I think $9 for a liquid liner is pretty standard right now. I think sometimes NYX products can be pretty expensive, definitely on the more expensive side of the drugstore. But y'all, these are so, so wonderful. I have them all swatched. First up, we have the shade Had Me at Yellow, which yellow is such a fun, happy color, but it is so hard to get a good yellow liquid liner, especially one that's opaque and actually shows up. And this one is so sunshiny and bright and definitely opaque. It's a really, really good one. Next up, we have the shade. This is the shade On Red, which is a really gorgeous kind of like rusty red terracotta shade. Next up, we have a really beautiful baby blue. This is the shade Blue Thing, and this one is probably one of my favorite colors. I use this one all the time. Such a gorgeous, like, baby blue robin's egg. So, so pretty. Next up, we have Lilac Link. This one I used not too long ago. It is a perfect, soft pastel lilac purple color. Next up, we have green. So this is the shade Ghosted Green. Really, really beautiful. We have a really beautiful light baby pink color. This is the shade Sneaky Pink. Super, super pretty. That deeper blue shade is the shade Cobalt Crush. And then last but not least, we have a deeper kind of hotter pink, and this is the shade Don't Pink Twice. Every single one of these colors in this formula that I have tried have been amazing. I think the range of colors is really, really beautiful, super useful as well. They came out with colors that you're not going to find pretty much anywhere else at the drugstore, and the quality on these is unmatched. They're really, really spectacular. I love these. For $9, I think it's a win-win situation for everybody. Now, when it comes to color, especially when we're talking about base products, if you're pink like me, it can be really difficult to find a perfect color match anywhere, let alone at the drugstore. And that is where these ones come in. So these are the ShopMissA Shade Adjusting Drops. These go for $1.55 a piece. These are invaluable to me. They are a truly perfect product, and they're so useful. This is one of those products that you purchase, not really, I might use it every once in a blue moon, but, I don't really want to. That's why I love these, because you can get these teeny tiny little jars of them, because it is one of those products that even if you use it every single day, you use the smallest amount of it, that even this teeny tiny little bottle is going to last me absolutely forever. Now, I'm highlighting these two shades in particular. They also come with I think there is a black one, and then I think there might be one other shade, but these are the two shades that I use the most. Now, the blue one is the shade that is just like, I couldn't live without this. This is absolute perfection. The tiniest bit of this goes the very, very furthest way. It is incredibly pigmented. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. It is incredibly pigmented. You get a good amount of product in here, especially for $1.55. Like, literally, the amount that I just put on the back of my hand would be enough for me to mix in with two uses of foundation. It's so pigmented. It goes in, it really does the job. Like, it cools down and neutralizes the foundation, like really takes the yellow out of your foundation without turning it like a weird gray color, without turning it green, because blue and yellow together, they create green. Nobody wants to look sickly, right? This goes in, does exactly what you want it to do, and then it stops. Like, it's not too much. It is a truly perfect product. And the reason it is as perfect as I think it is because you get this teeny tiny little bottle of it for $1.55. Like, there are some other brands that sell products just like this in a much bigger packaging. And the fact of the matter is, they want 8, 9, $10 a piece for those. And there's no way I could use that bottle of blue pigment quickly enough in order to justify the $10 price tag, right? Because again, I'm using the tiniest amount of it, maybe every 2 days, because not every single one of my foundations is too yellow for me, right? So I'm using the smallest amount of it. There's no way that I could actually go through that bottle of pigment before it either, expires or becomes unusable, what have you. So I like that I can get teeny tiny little bottles of this and repurchase it when I need to. I don't have to feel guilty about wasting product. They're beautifully pigmented. I like that they come in these squeezy tube plastic bottles. That way I know that I can get every last drop out of here if I need to. I think the white one is just as good as the blue one is. I think they're both really spectacular. There's the white one. It's just as pigmented. I get a lot of use out of both of these. Make sure you're shaking them up before you use them. But yeah, these are spectacular. And it's just one of those products that you don't think about purchasing. You don't think that, oh, I need that in my collection. But if you have a hard time picking out, your skin tone, if you're just not good at it, or if you just have a weird skin tone, brands just aren't there yet and don't really make your skin tone yet, you definitely should invest in shade adjusting drops, just because a good foundation match can take a good makeup look and make it fantastic. It can take you from looking absolutely beautiful to looking flawless, right? I feel much more secure in my makeup when I know that my face matches my neck. And I can see, especially in pictures and stuff sometimes, where my face is just looking really, really yellow and my neck is looking awfully pink, and it's just off-putting. But with these, I can make sure that I have that perfect tone match every single time without having to go out and buy 20 different bottles of foundation, hoping and praying that I can find my perfect match. So yeah, these are invaluable to me. They're so, so good. Let's talk about a blush. So this one right here is probably one of the oldest blushes in my collection. This is the LA Colors Rad Rouge blush. And the reason we're talking about this today is because it is the most perfect bubblegum soft baby pink blush I have ever used. It is genuinely a perfect bubblegum blush. And I know that this color is so incredibly trendy right now, and I completely understand it. This color is just absolutely everything. It's got that soft lavender, kind of almost purple undertone to it. It is a very cool toned baby pink. And the problem I find with a lot of baby pink blushes is they look really beautiful and cool toned in the pan, but then they go on the skin and they warm up instantly. They just end up looking much pinker or peachier than you really want them to. They're not giving you the effect that they're giving you in the pan. And the reason that this is so perfect is because it looks exactly the same on the cheeks as it does in the pan. It is a truly spectacular bubblegum pink blush. I get this one off of Amazon. It is $7. Again, Prime Days, stuff like that goes on sale sometimes. You can clip coupons and you can get it for even cheaper than that. I think it's a really beautiful, beautiful product. I think the packaging is not bad. It comes with a little mirror, and it also comes with its own little brush, which is super cute. I love this. Comes in a bunch of different shades. Again, it's just the LA Colors Rad Rouge blush in the shade Valley Girl. Let's do a little bit of a swatcheroo so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Like, it is the most beautiful, soft, baby pink color. It is a matte blush, but it has the slightest, tiniest bit of a radiance to it. So it goes on and it doesn't look drying on the skin. It just looks really beautiful. And it is lightly pigmented, as a lot of these blushes are, but it's buildable. It goes on, and on that swatch, it really doesn't look like much. But when you put it on the cheeks, it's perfect. It is the most perfect soft baby bubblegum pink. It is absolutely everything. I remember I found this at Dollar General the first time I purchased it. It was in the if you're not Dollar General, I think it was Family Dollar. It was like way off to the side. It had been discontinued, or somebody had opened it, or it was in like the clearance bin. And I was like, ooh, I really, really like that color. And of course, somebody had opened it and played with it. But because it was a powder product, I knew that I could bring it home and I could sanitize it. And I got it for 25 cents. I got it for 25 cents and I was like, all right, let's just go for it. If I don't like it, I can throw it away. It's only a quarter. I got it home, I put it on my face, and I was like, oh, I was so, so happy. It is the most beautiful pink blush. Ooh, one of my absolute, absolute favorites. So we just talked about blush. Now let's talk about some contour. Cream contour, to be specific. Cream contour is still one of those things that can be a little bit hit or miss. Oftentimes, when it comes to contour, they're too warm, or they pull a little bit red, or they pull a little bit orange. They're not quite as shadowy or shady as I want them to be. I think we still have just a little bit of work to do on cream contours at the drugstore. However, the Creme Shop definitely got it right. This is another product that I purchased off of Amazon. This is the Creme Shop 123 Smile Cream Contour Palette. I have it in 2 different colorways. I have it in the shade medium, and then I also have it in the shade light. Again, the only place that I have ever found these is on Amazon, but I also have once or twice seen them at Burke's, TJ Maxx, and Marshall's, so be on the lookout. These are freaking fantastic. First of all, I adore the packaging. It is so cute. I love little smiley faces on the front. This goes for $8. Again, give or take a couple of cents. Sometimes it's a little bit more expensive. Sometimes it's a little bit more affordable. You open it up and you get 3 different shades of contour. Now this is the light colorway. You have super, super light, medium, and then a little bit deeper. All 3 of these colors are perfect contour colors for me. I love them, and I do use, you can tell, this palette is very, very loved. I adore this thing so, so very much. The actual creams themselves, it is a very thick, it's a little bit of a thick, stiff kind of cream, but once you get it onto your skin and warm it up a little bit, it definitely thins out, and it is so lightweight on the skin. It blends out absolutely effortlessly, leaves behind a really fantastic amount of pigmentation, but the reason that I like this is it's pigmented, but it shears out beautifully. So that way it goes onto the skin and it just looks like a very believable shadow on the skin. And that's really what you want from a contour. You want it to be pigmented enough to do its job, but not so pigmented that it looks fake or painted on. And this just walks that line beautifully. It is so, so perfect. Again, that was the deepest tone in the palette. It is so, so beautiful. Let's do the lightest tone. There's the lightest tone. And you can see just how gray they really do look, but it doesn't make you look, like unalive. It goes on and it gives you just that perfect amount of shadow on the skin without making you look sickly or ashy. It just goes on and it's just such a perfect contour. It is such a perfect, perfect contour palette. I love that you get 3 different shades in here. I usually like to use the lightest shade on my nose, and then I'll use the 2 other shades for the cheekbones. I use the deepest shade on my cheekbones, and then the middle shade for my forehead. I just think it is a super smart palette, really, really well executed. The quality is fantastic, like it's top notch. Packaging is really wonderful. I just really, really enjoy this. I have not found a better contouring palette in all my years of makeup, of playing with makeup and testing, and I've just not found a better product. It is genuinely a perfect contouring palette. And then when it comes to the medium palette, I love this one as well. This one is actually the one that I'm wearing today. Definitely, you can instantly see that the tones are very, very different. Whereas all of these are still very, very cool toned. They're a little bit warmer because it's made for medium skin tones. But I like to use this as more of like a bronzer kind of bronzer palette, because there is a little bit more warmth here, but it's also got that really cool / neutral undertone to it. I can make all of these colors work for my skin, again, because it shears out so beautifully and so easily. Even this super deep dark rich shade, which looks like it's going to be way too dark for my skin tone, that looks like it's going to be way too dark for me. But you blend it out and it shears out in such a beautiful way. There we go. But it blends out and it shears out in such a wonderful way that you can really, it's so easy to work with. Yeah. and you still have that really gorgeous, very, very cool undertone to it. I actually have this shade on today as my contour, and I just don't think that you can, like, I just think it looks all so seamless and beautiful. They're fantastic. This is the shade that I'm wearing as my contour today, or not my contour, but my bronzer. This is the lightest shade in the medium palette. Again, a really beautiful bronzer shade for me. It's got that cool undertone to it, but a little bit of that warmth up front, which makes it a perfect bronzer tone for me. Yeah, these are freaking fantastic. There is no other bronzing or contouring palette in my possession that I cherish quite as much as I cherish these. They're truly a perfect, perfect product. This powder, we all knew that I was going to talk about this powder. There was no way that I could ignore it. I'm not going to spend too awful much time on this one just because you guys have heard me talk about it about 1,000,001 times at this point. This is the Ciate London Watermelon Burst Translucent Loose Setting Powder. It's a perfect product. It is a perfect product. It is what I'm wearing today. Y'all, I've had my makeup on. I'm starting to look a little bit rough at this point, but it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I've had my makeup on since 10 o'clock yesterday morning, so like we're going on almost a long time. My makeup has been on for a very, very long time, and I still look pretty presentable, so I'm not mad about it at all. Plus, I've been working and cleaning and like mopping and sanitizing. It's been a stressful day, and I still look this good. I am not mad about it at all. I think this powder is freaking spectacular. It is truly a perfect, perfect powder, especially if you are a dry-skinned mama just like me. I am a dried up, dusty old mummy, especially my under eyes. I know you guys can see it's starting to look really dry up under there, but everywhere else, my skin, it still has a great amount of luminosity to it. I'm not looking too heavy. I'm not looking cakey. I'm not looking dry. And that is what I appreciate so much about this powder, is it doesn't cake. There is no cakeifying, like my face is not baking, like my oils are not mixing with the powder in a way that it looks like I slapped cake batter on my face. Like, it just looks so beautiful. It wears gracefully throughout the day. It absorbs oils, but it doesn't like overly dry out the skin. It's beautiful. It's fantastic. It is super, super finely milled. I love the packaging as well. Pretty standard packaging for a loose powder. Just got your little sifter in there. But this powder is so finely milled, and it is so silky and smooth. There's just you know, I can't get over how beautiful this product really, really is. I love it so much that I actually went on Amazon, and I've been going to the Ciate London website trying to purchase another one of these because I'm almost out of it. I've been trying to repurchase another jar of it, and it's been out of stock on the Ciate London website for absolutely forever. So I went onto Amazon just to see if I could find it. They had one left in stock. Y'all, I paid full price for this powder. I paid full price for the replacement I have coming, but I will be very, very relieved when it actually gets here. This is one of those powders that I never want to be without. Like, I will have this if I can. I will have this in my collection until the day that I decide to no longer wear makeup, because it's a perfect powder for me. I love it so, so much. And then last but not least, I wanted to talk about, again, another product that I have spoken about 1,000,001 different times on my channel. This is the Docolor Neon 15-piece eye brush set. And I just kind of wanted to mention this because I think, especially with Christmas coming up, brushes are such a fantastic gift idea. Brushes are one of those things that everybody uses. You can't go wrong with giving a makeup lover a brush set. Like a brush set or a makeup bag, like they're all, like, and a lot of these really come with a makeup bag, so that's kind of fantastic as well. But I think a good, safe gift idea for any makeup lover is always a good quality brush set. I think Docolor does some really fantastic, fantastic brush sets. This one, when I purchased it, I want to say which probably was about a year ago. This was a lot more affordable than it is now. I actually purchased this for $12. I think anywhere from like $8 to $12. I think one time I purchased it and it was like $9.50. Another time I purchased it and it was like almost $12. It is up to $15 now. $15, which makes me really sad. At $15, I still think that's a really great value. You're basically paying $1 a brush. $1 a brush is not a bad, it's not a bad price, in my opinion. the quality of these is really fantastic as well. I love, guys, I know you see me using my bright green brushes all the time. It is because I have 2 sets of these that are open and in rotation in my collection right now. There is a fluffy blender for every single need in here. Like I said, you get 15. I don't want to open it because this is like my reserve, just in case, you know. Like I don't want to mess with it. But there are 15 brushes in here. All of them are fluffy eye blenders. You don't get like I think there is one eyebrow brush, and there's also one eyeliner brush, but everything else in here is a really beautiful fluffy brush or a really useful shape. Like there's no brushes in here that you're like, oh yeah, I'll never use that. Everything is useful, well thought out. It's just a well put together brush set, and I think especially for a beginner or somebody who just has gaps in their collection, I think this is a perfect set. I also want to call out the brands MSQ and Jessup. Jessup in particular, they make some of the, like, they're even better quality than the Docolor, except the Jessup is a little bit more expensive than the Docolor. But MSQ is even more affordable than Docolor, and I think their quality is spectacular as well. I just think a good brush set is something that is always welcome and always useful to a makeup lover. So maybe remember that when it comes to getting stocking stuffers and things like that for the makeup lovers in your life this Christmas. With that, I am going to end today's video. I hope it was helpful to you in some small way. Guys, as always, no filters, no fancy lighting. It is just me sitting in front of my camera, playing with some beautiful makeup, perfect makeup, hoping you guys are enjoying what I'm doing. Until next time, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and remember, you're important. Bye.